you know, on separate pages.
And the next question becomes, with the phase 1 set of bans starting very shortly, do you prioritize the Yuko, or do you prioritize the Marco Polo being taken away?
I think both. They need to deny both. I think Yuko is probably the one that they should be worried about more.
But see, if you take away the Yoko, you also give Pongu back into the hands of Xiaomu, who played it very well.
But Yoko has a better skill shot. I feel like Xiaomu is much better on Yoko. He has the stun, he has a double jump, he can get onto the back line very quickly when he's flanking like that. Pongu does not have the same type of mobility, although he has a lot of AoE damage and CC. He's a very different playstyle versus the Yoko. So and if you ban Marco Polo, whatever, Cuckoo can play every ADC
you're not wrong.
It's not going to make a difference. So I think they need to focus ban and take away Yoko.
Well, VSTAR thinks that they need to take away Fandi's Dunshan, which was good, but I don't think that was the deciding factor.
It was more because Fandi was able to pick off the over positioning of VV and of MS. Honestly, like, you cannot get close to Fandi, because if you get close to him, he knocks you up and he turns on his ultimate, or he starts putting the shoot up and then bouncing you back into a wall or towards his allies. That's on you. So I feel like they need to be cautious there when they're positioning, and I feel like Fandi's Dunshan was not the reason why they lost.
Pongu taken away by VSTAR as well. They don't want to have to worry about that, so both Marco Polo and Yuko are still alive. Blue Boo and Lan Ling taken away by D-Team. Now with the first pick into their hands, what do we see them prioritizing?
Yoko. They need to take Yoko because Pongu has been picked. So Yoko, Pongu, and Sun Tzu are the top kind of war jungle.
Instead, they want Lao Futsa.
Okay, they're gonna take Lao Futsa. Zhang Ziya, which is Preda and Arena of Valor, which gives the level 4.
It's the beards, man.
It rushes them to level 4, which is massive for Dream Team, a team that wants to win the early game. Because as you noticed from last game, they actually lost the early game versus VSTAR, even though they got first blood. So that's going to be by Lee or Elsu. Elsu is going to be picked up here. They're going to deny. We saw how well Cuckoo played it. So they want to play the range game again. If they play the range game, they need to play to the range composition win condition. And VV and MS needs to stop overextending if they're going to pick this snipe range composition
And
here.
when you go with ranged compositions versus a team fight, you have to make sure that you do not fall behind, because the big aspect of having a range poke composition is having the damage behind those long range abilities.
Exactly.
If you get behind, bad things will happen. Tia Yi locked in for VSR.
Yeah, and the good news is if you do fall behind, because you have the range, you can clear out waves so quickly with your AoE damage and your range there that you can actually catch up. But they're going to again give Yoko back to Xiaomo, which I think is a huge mistake. He's the reason why they won a lot of fights, because once MS or VV was split off from Pig and Dunshan's Fandi's ultimates, Xiaomo then flanked and zoned out QY and JX. So just watch his positioning this game and how he's so laser focused onto the back line as he's flanking there. So he's a very, very good Yoko player.
Still 20 seconds left remaining as they seem to be hovering over the next hero for D-Team. And it looks like they actually switch off of the Yoko and they decide to swap over now. Now it's over to, swap.
Okay, Lee Xin instead.
Right.
Okay, wow. They're going to play a more... Lee Xin has a lot of CC and a good engage potential. And he's very tanky, very hard to take down. And then Gung Sun Lee is going to be picked there. Umbrella Girl, she's very mobile. And that's interesting that they didn't pick Marco Polo, actually. I guess they know that she can counter Marco Polo, and they're going to basically dissuade VSTAR from picking up Marco Polo. But actually they have Elsu.
Yeah, they have Elsu. They're not going to change anything.
So Zhang Yang is very good. He has a ton of lockdown. So if they can leverage that lockdown with the snipe, we saw that same composition show up yesterday here, is Zhang Yang ults, they get stuck in that Matrix prison, and then boom, the Bai Li or Elsu can then snipe and do so much damage against a person that's locked down there.
Ban phase.
Sun Li is going to be banned here. He's a very solid support with a huge AoE ultimate knockup that if lands can knock up an entire 4 to 5 man team. Okay, Lao Futsa, they're going to ban him. I don't think that was a threat though. Honestly, they didn't play around VV very well with that, and VV kind of overextended a lot of times and got focused down too quickly. So I don't think Lao Futsa was a threat. But this was banned last game as well.
Yep,
Zhang Fei, the crash of AoB here. Zhang Fei is going to be banned and not see the light of day again.
Final ban.
Oh, Mi Yue, the Marja of Arena of Valor is going to be banned as well. Lots of sustain there.
And this is a target ban specifically over to VSTAR, as they did play this multiple times. And now look at that. There's the Yuko that comes out for VSTAR.
Yeah, I'm glad, because Yuko is going to work very well. If Yuko can get a stun, or Zhang Liang can get his ultimate and get that CC lockdown as well, and get that prison lockdown, then they're going to be in a very, very good spot with their combos they can do.
Cal Demon hovered over, swaps back over, still nothing to just yet. They're deciding, taking their time.
Big Joe, Da Chao is going to be picked here. The teleport mage.
Nope, not
support.
yet. Not yet, not yet.
Okay, I wanted to play. It's exciting to watch.
Almost there.
You know, Sunset will be picked up, and then Cal Demon, which is Lumber, he has a huge landside ultimate that knocks up anyone that it's caught in it. So that's a very solid combo, again, with Xiao Ma. If he uses his ultimate and charges up that huge sonic wave,
And there's the Kai
it
lock
can
in.
almost one-shot an ADC. And there we go. Kai will be locked in on the side lane to match against Gong Sun Lee there.
Final picks locked in. VSTAR with a little bit more formidable of a composition than they had in game number 1, and something needs to give, as D-Team is now sitting 1 game away from the championship trophy, the gold medal, and $80,000 US, but more importantly, the title of champion for Honor of Kings in the WCG 2019.
Yeah, and an interesting thing here with Li Xin, he's very interesting. He has 2 kind of modes. He has a light and then the dark mode. So, and he's very tanky, so he's a good frontliner that can absorb damage. And he activate his ultimate and just get away from everyone. How he removes the CC, and it gives him a lot of healing properties. And he has a lot of control abilities as well. So he's very good at disrupting enemy formation, creating opportunities for his team to then follow up with an outburst him. So this is going to be very interesting to see how they're going to play Li Xin here. Maybe that's the reason why they picked him very early in the draft.
Quick little pause as we make sure everybody gets themselves into the game, loaded into the Valley of Kings. And now we ask you, sir, with the compositions that we finally saw built as we get loaded in, who do you feel like has the advantage?
I think D-Team here. Their draft is pretty solid here, so I feel like they're going to be able to take this game pretty hard against VSTAR. The early game of VSTAR is pretty decent with Yoko and Kai, but I feel like D-Team has Sun Ce, Zhang Yi, Li Xin, and Xiao Ma, and also Cal Demon. That's a ton of early game. And also Gong Sun Lee, she's very strong early as well. So I feel like they're going to easily win this early game and stomp VSTAR here.
Well, it's time to figure out if VSTAR has what it takes to send us to a game number 3. D-Team, despite their domination in the tournament, were taken to a game 3 in their semifinal match yesterday, falling apart in the mid-game and unfortunately unable to do anything against their opponents. As now we get ourselves into it a little bit of a slower start.
This is very interesting. They're putting both the ADCs against each other in bot lane here. So that means that they put QY top lane for them and bot lane for Cuckoo here. That's very interesting how they're going to switch positions here, so that ADC versus ADC.
Forces Cuckoo to have a little bit more of a skill matchup in that mid side. He's not going to be ranged versus melee like what we had in game number 2, or game number 1 rather. It looks like VSR, they're trying to see if they can have it. A lot of damage down, but unfortunately not enough to take down Cuckoo. He's forced to actually flash away. There's now Xiaomu and another member are coming down. Yusei is there. Hey, say, hey!
Oh no!
Don't touch my friend! As it looks like 2 members into the bot side. First blood goes into the hands of the master as now MS falls, and that is a difficult blow for VSR.
And they paid for that over-aggression though. I can see why MS was supporting. They were able to out-pressure Cuckoo, but unfortunately they waited too long. They should have backed off it when they didn't get the kill and completely disengage, because that was a very fast and responsive rotation there from Dream Team to secure 2 kills already. And again, that is looking very solid, and you don't want to do that against, you can see they're 2 minutes and they're already level 4s because of Zhang Ji or Yusei's passive.
And now with the Sun Tzu is sitting at level 4 as well as Cuckoo's Li Xin, there's really not much that VSR is going to be able to do to contest it. But as I say that, they want to try to see if they can go in. Not enough. Tyrant, though, in the favor of D-Team.
Yeah, look at that. The amount of control in the mid lane that Dream Team is exerting here. And they're going to probably steal his blue statue as well. Oh, they won't.
They wanted to. But unfortunately, Cal Demon decides to just fast for a little bit.
Yeah, and you can see D-Team, they're not making as many mistakes. I feel like VSTAR is making much more mistakes here. Game 1 and now Game 2. You can see they again give first blood away. And I feel like those are just very calculated errors. And every second counts. That's the beauty of Honor of Kings is once you don't secure a kill when you try to gank, you need to immediately disengage and not hang around. When you hang around, they can rotate so fast in this game, and they're going to catch you off guard immediately, like we saw just happen there.
And these double rotations by Xiaomu and Yusei have been pretty stellar thus far. Of course, securing Yusei a double kill at the very beginning, fully charged up. And when you're able to take 80% of the minions' health away in 3 minutes with a fully charged 1 ability, things are looking pretty good for Yusei.
Yeah, and look at it. They're all level 5, 6 already. And you get level 4, 5s, mostly 5s here on VSTAR. So they're looking pretty good. They're going to look to be the aggressors here. And look at the range on that wave, on that sonic wave there. Wow.
QI tries to have a little bit of something. Not going to be enough just yet. Wave gets fully pushed up as Cuckoo and the rest of the team now decide to rotate towards the mid lane. It does look like this has been predicted, though, as MF as well, as JX find themselves towards that side. Another full push, and it's just wave clear after wave clear.
Jeez. By the way, his ultimate, I looked it up, his ultimate is called Conviction. That's a lot of conviction there. Oh no!
MF gets caught out immediately, and the Sun Tzu's able to take down the Yuko as MF falls.
Yeah, what a beautiful engage and CC there. You saw the ultimate coming from the landslide ultimate from Fandi and Cow Demon there, knocking him up, and his Sun Tzu following out with the CC, and then Zhang Ziya just easily, you know, dropping his quenching ability too, and then bam, he's gone.
Wave gets full cleared. Yet again, JX has to rotate to the mid lane to try to see if they can stop it, but instead, D-Team, they go off of the tower, and it's now a 4-man rotation onto the bot side. Fondi predicts that MS is there. He gets the knockup, but isn't enough to get anything thus yet. Just as I say that, though, it does look like they are considering a dive. The ultimate comes down, and Flicker comes over onto that. MS takes a lot of damage, but now it looks like MF decides to join the fight. Xiaomu's going to have to back off, but they don't really want the kills. All they need is a tower, and they do get it.
Yeah, what a play there. He activates the landslide and flickers and lands the ultimate there. So what? And look at the rotation of. That's why Sun Tzu is so good. That ultimate, that ship, he's able to rotate and make a play off this, and they might. Oh no, not be able to get the kill there. But what a fast and quick rotation by Xiaomu. He is playing so well for Dream Team in Game 1 on Yoko, and now Sun Tzu in Game 2. He's always where he needs to be. He's making huge plays and flanks and creating opportunities for his team.
And this just shows the precision that D-Team has had in the early game throughout the last 4 days. They have not let up on their enemy. Despite having a little bit of difficulty at the beginning of the last game, they still find themselves now completely ahead. 2,000 gold, and
there we go.
Caught between a rock and a hard place as Xiaomu
Like
falls.
I said, that's the combo there. The Zhang Liang just casts his ultimate, and you're stuck. You can't move, and then bam, the stun from Yoko, and then the snipe and the auto attack damage from QY from his Bai Li or Elsu there, and then that person is dead. That is how VSTAR can get back into the game here, is use that ultimate to catch people off guard and get them low to win the fight.
A little bit of poke there on the Fondi, but it's not going to be enough. There's 4 members coming onto the top side of the map. The 2 towers have fallen in their favor. Tyrant is available. 2 minutes left remaining before the Overlord shows up for the first time. And VSTAR, slowly but surely, they're trying to equalize some things out and continue to get farm so they can have it for their combos.
Smart play here, rotation, and they're going to secure. Again, this is what I noticed from Game 1 when they played KSC. Even though they were behind and they lost early game, they were able to win the mid game and get back into the game by securing the objectives with these solid rotations. So they're playing a lot smarter now. And the one thing I noticed about VSTAR is watch for their 5-man rotation. They're going to 5-man rotate and catch their opponent team off guard and get some kills to get back right in the game here.
Well, you want to talk about catching people off guard. D-Team tries to have something to a blue statue steal, but VSTAR with the quick rebuttal, they're able to keep them for themselves, continuing to equalize this game out.
Yeah, and you can see, QY just turned level 9, so he's staying in there to catch up to Cuckoo's level 10 here, which is going to be huge. And wow, he's going to try to take it. Probably going to take that. Cuckoo is level 10. Look at the damage he's able to burst down. This is where Cuckoo's got to start shining, because Gongsun Lee is going to be very oppressive once she starts getting 3 damage items and put a lot of pressure. Because of her movement and her rotation speed, she can easily move from top lane to mid lane and put pressure and try to get some ganks with the help of her team.
Now, as you see 4 members rotating over to the top side, they want to see if they can have something onto it. MS, though.
Nice snipe.
Dodge it out.
Yeah, all they have to do is protect these towers here and clear that wave, because they want to hit that wave. And look at that, MS doing a good job of keeping that wave off the tower.
Xiaomu tries to see if he can go in. Not going to be enough, though, as there's too much mobility. I think every AOV Ryoma player wishes that they could play Yoko the way that he is with two dodges. Now, as I say that, JX gets knocked up. Xi'an is able to pick that one up, and now there's an advantage for D-Team as they're going to try to see if they can siege onto this mid tower.
Oh, and they're going to get this tower here.
Yep.
Nice play there. This is what happened again yesterday against JX. He got constantly ganked like 4 times in the game there and lost the match, so they got to be careful. And again, this gank cost him 2 towers, and that's something JX, again, his positioning. I feel like VSTAR's story is their positioning of their characters, is they allow opportunities for their opponents to catch them off guard and get a lot of picks on them, and that's what they need to prevent, because those picks lead to this: 2 towers and the Overlord.
Not a good spot for VSTAR to be in, as just as quickly as we were commenting on their ability to hold things off, now they find themselves in a very struggle situation, losing JX, losing 2 turrets, losing the Overlord. Now D-Team has more pushing power, and these turrets are going to fall.
Yeah, they're going to prioritize that lane and get it right off the bat here instead of trying to finish off those jungle monsters. And you can see they have to turtle. Again, they cannot get picked off, and they cannot give any more objectives because D-Team is going to continue to snowball. They're not that ahead, though. They have 4 towers, but gold-wise, not too bad right now. 2,000
gold isn't an obstacle that VSTAR cannot overcome. It is something that they can easily come back for, but yet they have to turtle again. They're forced to play reactive. D-Team, recognizing this, looks like they want to try to pull up and get some more towers, as it does look like the Vanguard on the bottom side of the map has done onto that. They don't push up too far. 5 seconds left remaining until the next time.
Yeah, and look at how much damage those Vanguards do to the towers. Oh my goodness, they cannot let it touch the tower like that. You have to stop it as soon as it reaches the tower and comes within range here. But they got to be careful because look, it's a 4-1 rotation here by Dream Team and a 4-1 by VSTAR. And right now they can't fight unless they have a good pick with Zhang Liang's ultimate. JX has got to use the ultimate to lock down a high value target, and they can delete that high damage target, and then they can hopefully turn around the fight and the game in their favor.
Third tyrant is there, but it doesn't matter, as it looks like VSR is finally going to find themselves a moment of opportunity. As I say that, though, a triple knockup by the Cal Demon, and it does look like JX is going to end up falling. Fondi finds himself very low. Xiaomu wants to try to see if he can have something onto the 3 remembers going into the back. You see V try to see if he can have something on the other side, but it doesn't matter just yet. Fondi still finds himself with a sliver of HP. Thoughts across the board as the Kite ends up falling, and it looks like D-Team yet again with the quick moment, even though VSTAR had something early. Yeah, that was a huge mistake by VV there. Her team is already disengaging, and he's trying to go into a 2 versus 1, which turns to a 4 versus 1, but that was a brilliant play by JX there. He actually lands the ultimate and locks down Cuckoo and gets the kill on Cuckoo. VSTAR should have won that fight, but then again, they keep making these little mistakes here. They should have protected JX there and make sure that Xiaomo was not able to get onto that backline, which he did. But JX is also just finding himself too forward in these fights. He was doing... No, but he did a good job. He actually killed Cuckoo. He actually landed the ultimate exactly like I said, but they needed to protect him because Xiaomo, again, his flanks, he's the reason why they're winning a lot of these fights, because he's turning it around with these huge and massive flanks here, and I feel like they need to counter that. They need to stop him from getting onto the backline. 11 minutes into the game. D-Team now having taken the tier 2 in the mid lane, almost fallen on the bottom side. It does look like they will get that as Xiaoma is there on the split push. You do have 4 members alive on the opposite side, but now VSR, they want to try to see if they can get something. Xiaomu on the flank yet again protects him and the teammates. Yusei throws his ultimate out to get some extra poke, but it doesn't matter because they occupy the members of VSR enough to get another turret on the bot side. Great split push by Xiaoma. Yeah, Zhang Liang, it's called Ling Ling Manipulation, I believe is translation. He can lock down his opponent, but it's actually on a 30-second cooldown. So with his items, it can actually be on a sub 20-second cooldown timer. So it's already back up. He just used it to get someone low, and that's exactly what they need to do here. Oh, Xiaomo gets caught out just a little bit. He ends up falling. There we go. Cuckoo tries to see if he can have them onto it. VV takes a lot of damage, but now Cuckoo splits forward to try to see if he can have it. A killing spree for Yusei, as now a double knockup by Funny means a double kill for Yusei, as VSR again tries to make something happen, but they fall. That was a good opportunity to play by VSTAR there, and honestly, Jax did a good job with the ultimate, getting the kill into Xiaomo, but the way that Cuckoo and Fanny worked together, able to turn that around and turn it into 2 kills. They lost the kill first and lost the engage, was amazing to watch. And also, Xiaoma was distracting both the carries there. QY and MS were on the, or QY was on the bottom there, and it was 2 versus 1 against Xiaoma, who's split pushing, which I felt was a mistake from VSTAR. And now D-Team, for the 2nd game in a row, finds themselves with a clear lead. That small 2,000 gold lead has now over doubled, sitting at 5,000 gold as the advantage, as the 2nd Overlord buff is going to go handily in their pockets. Yeah, this is a massive objective control there. 5 towers, 0 towers taken by VSTAR here. Only 1 Tyrant.
and 5 Tyrants onto Dteam. This is why they are winning a lot of their games, is their macro pressure. Their ability to win the objective game so hard against their opponents, and that is why Dteam is playing so well.
Yes, the macro is great, but when you have star-studded players like Yusei and Cuckoo as well in some of these fights, their positioning has truly been able to make some of these situations happen.
Yeah, it's amazing. And even when Cuckoo gets focused down, they're able to turn it around still. And even Xi'an gets focused down, Cuckoo then carries. Or if Cuckoo gets focused down, Xi'an carries. I feel like both these players are so good at turning it around for their teammates.
All 3 high ground turrets are available, but with Overlord Vanguards coming into the fray as well as a fully itemized Dteam, it's going to take another solid engage by VSR. QI finds himself a little bit alone, but now this is a big opportunity for them. They're trying to see if they can split push damage. A huge amount of poke comes out from the ultimate of Yusei, and it does look like another high ground turret is going to fall. MF has to defend on the opposite side because Xi'an is there. Dteam, solid engage.
Yeah, that was such a good positioning of the ultimate there. Yusei made the decision, and then the team follow up and put the opponents into the line of sight. 3 people get hit, it takes over half of their health, and that's exactly how you want to play, is you want to force your opponents to get into that ultimate and get hit by it, and very, very well done by Dteam.
High ground turret on the bot side means that the top side of the map will be completely opened into the favors. It does look like Xi'an. He split pushes on one side and unfortunately falls to JX as they're able to have something. Xi'an barely left alive, but they're not able to do it just yet. MF though is able to get down with 1,000 crit coming out. Guardian Angel
But that was good. They got 2 kills there. Again, Zhang Liang, JX's ultimate is turning on every single fight. They're catching him off guard, and that is their chance to come back in this game here. Continue to do that, and honestly, get the kill. And if you're getting too much damage, even 4 versus 5, back off and re-engage once the ultimate is right back up, because again, he has a very fast cooldown. You see how fast the ultimate is cooldown and up again. That is a win condition there. Landing that ultimate and that CC is massive.
And now what does this mean? There's 2 dead for Dteam, which means that VSR can have an opportunity to add to their team fight. Dark Tyrant buff is going to be onto them. Great job by MS to ward off Fondi from the engage. There's a moment of hope yet again for VSR.
Yeah, what a play there. And Dteam, they're the ones being a little sloppy with their positioning now and just playing into the win condition. This is where JX is going to be the key to the scene there. We saw him get ganked and they lose 2 towers and the Overlord, and he's making back up for that huge mistake in the mid game here by now making these picks and plays against their opponents. And what Dteam needs to do, if they're grouped together and they get caught up by the ult, they need to all engage and help out that person getting caught, because he can't do anything. So if they engage just as hard, they can deter and make VSTAR back off so they don't get the kill on the person that gets ulted by Zhang Liang. However, if they're caught out and there's like 2 versus 5, they just need to let that person die. There's no reason to try to save him.
Cuckoo gets chunked down by QI a little bit, but just as I say that, Yusei responds saying, hello, surprise.
My goodness!
Lots of damage.
Charged Conviction is doing so much damage, and they saw it coming a mile away. They gotta be careful. They can't get hit by that kind of stuff. They have to play around it. They cannot let that hit an entire enemy team. And look, he just finished another, I think he finished the piercing magic on the staff there. Yep, he did. That's going to be so much more damage when it pierces through all the magic defense. Magic
penetration is going to help Yusei to continue to demolish the health bars of the VSRs. It looks like Dteam slowing themselves down a little bit. They want the added Overlord buff. It is spawning in about 10 seconds, and this is the opportunity that Dteam has. VSR could potentially see if they could try to contest this, but it's going to have to be a careful movement for them.
Yeah, definitely careful move indeed. They're a little back. There it's 3 versus 4 on that side now. They got to be careful here. There is the rotation coming from MF. This is their chance here to turn this around, but it looks like they're going to go ahead and give this over.
This is really smart play. Fondi is doing a good job at zoning out the members of VSR to go in. You've also got Yusei popping the ultimate to have onto it.
He
tries to get it. The Overlord goes down, and all 4 members of Dteam hop back over the wall, and an engage is being able to happen. Great positioning there by JS to keep him in the back line. The Yokio is able to take him down, but now the fight is happening across the board. The health bars are very low. Conviction doesn't kill anybody, but it still has all of the damage.
The vulnerability by VV there, escaping that conviction. He actually survived that by using his ability to not take any damage when he's literally 1% health. What a crazy mechanical play by both teams, but VSTAR came out on top there.
Fondi does fall, but the Overlord buff still goes into the favor of Dteam. So despite the great effort in the team fights by VSR, they will lose out on the potential pushing power.
One thing in that fight there, VSTAR landed the ultimate, Zhang Liang, JX landed the ultimate, locked on Fandi, but they need to get onto Cuckoo. Cuckoo is constantly just hitting the front line, and no one is focusing him while they're busy focusing the warriors. They need to get onto Cuckoo immediately, and I feel like that's a huge mistake from VSTAR. If they kill Fandi and then they kill Cuckoo, that's it. They can win the game. They can win that fight right there. But because Cuckoo's alive and dishing out so much damage and picking off them, he evens it out by trading a kill for a kill, and all of a sudden VSTAR no longer has the advantage when they had such a good engage with JX's ultimate prisons there that he's casting there, the Ling manipulations.
And so now it looks to be a 1-3-1 split for D-Team, as you've got Xiaoma as well as Xiaomo doing a really good job at having it. But now Fandi gets caught out immediately, but it doesn't matter because it does look like he ends up getting caught down. Xiaomu takes a lot of damage. Yusei pops the ultimate to see if he can ward off the members, but a great rebuttal by VSR.
Yeah, that is so smart there. They know Fandi's trying to get vision, trying to hang on the bush. They immediately get into that bush, stun him with the fall from MS, and then as soon as he's stunned, the ultimate comes up from JX, and bam! He's dead, he's locked down, and that's exactly how VSTAR should be playing here. They're doing a really good job taking advantage, because now they're going to reach item parity very soon here. Very, very soon.
6,000 gold advantage for D-Team, but as this game drags on, that won't mean anything as VSR has been making all of the right moves. They were able to pick up that kill onto Fandi. Now, they're able to get a solid snipe onto it. They're going to see if they can press down onto this Dark Tyrant. It does look like Xiaoma is waiting, though. He's wanting to wait for the rest of his team. Yusei has it. Lots of damage comes through. It's snipes. It's pokes back and forth across the board.
Yeah, the Tyrant's going to be come down. It's going to be careful here and to get it.
Yep, they're able to have it.
Xiaoma,
now
he's locked.
Xiaomu gets locked down immediately. The Guardian Angel gets popped, which means he's going to be back, but it doesn't matter because V's gets popped as well. JX is trying to sit onto the backside. He's able to pick up another kill. The L2 actually being able to do that one. Yusei has it. He goes unstoppable, is now finding, and the rest of the members. Double kill comes out for the Laofuza.
That was a bad engage there. VV engages in there, but where is the follow-up? QY or is not in the fight. He's trying to snipe. As L2, go in there and start auto-attacking them. Auto-attack the person that's low and get the kill there. Because they're not on the same page and they're not dishing out damage and focusing that damage, they completely lost that fight when I felt like they had the lead.
And now you find yourself with D-Team pushing in onto the base. QI tries to get poked, but the Cow Demon looks him in the face and says, no, sir, it doesn't matter. There are 4 members left alive. The damage, trying to see if they can have something. That's a little bit of a poke. All they need, though, is to get damage onto this turret. The macro game working huge again for D-Team.
Yeah, I feel like he's trying to use the snipe too much. QI is using snipe too much. Really good job by D-Team of zoning them out and taking a high ground tower and just winning the objective game here. But I can't emphasize enough, QI needs to contribute more in these fights. He needs to get in there and start auto-attacking the people that are low and securing these kills here. And then when they jump on him, use his ultimate. He has a disengage ultimate as one of the longest jumps in this game here. And he can just disengage and kill. And then his team can then focus whoever is on him after he kills a high-value target like Cuckoo. And they can win the fight. But he's always backing off. And VV is engaging in Team's backline, and he's not able to contribute as much as he should.
Talking about that, QI ends up having to use the mobility, but now D-Team, they're going to see if they can have a little bit of fight. MF tries to go onto the backline to do damage on a Yusei, but it's not going to be enough just yet. A disengage happens, little bit of poke comes out from Yusei, but it's not going to be enough just yet. MF tries to see if he can walk away. Xiaomu tries to have it. He gets stopped in his tracks by the stun. QY tries to see if he can have it as well. Both teams back off.
Yeah, again, QY did not contribute. Just watch how many auto attacks he's there, how many snipes he's landing. He is not dishing out enough DPS compared to Cuckoo, and that is a huge miss. They cannot win a fight, period, if he does not contribute here. He is not auto-attacking anyone. He's not focusing anyone while his entire team is pushing the front line backwards. They need to play around him. They need to play around QY. When he wants to engage, they engage. If he's backing off and setting up a play here, they need to back up with him.
Well, they just see if they can find a way to get a sneaky Overlord. They do have a lot of damage into the late game, and D-Team not actually able to do anything just yet. Successful venture by VSR, getting themselves some anti-pushing power.
Yeah, that's a huge play by VSTAR. They're very smart, very decisive of them, and that's what they need to do. But look at this. The bot lane is pushing up with the minions here, and they're going to be able to push it back, and they're going to get a lot of gold from this. The items should be very even now. It's going to come down to execution. And again, I feel like it's going to come down to how JX will use that ultimate to catch someone out, and then QY needs to participate in these fights. If he doesn't, I don't see them winning even with a good engage and a good catch-out by JX here. They're going to lose if QY continues to play the way he's playing.
Well, that's not something that's going to be allowed to happen if they want to force a game 3. Xiaomu gets caught out. That's the moment you were looking for. Not only does he fall, but he also loses the Guardian Angel buff.
Yep. That is huge, huge play by them. That's exactly, you see QI is contributing and following up and dishing out the damage. He needs to do it every time that his team is engaging and CCing their opponents there.
Great chance here for VSR to use the man advantage. 30 seconds down for Xiaomo, as well as the Vanguard buff in their favor. which means that all of the members are going to see if they can push up. There's only one that's not. VV actually ends up having to stop the push onto the bottom side, considering there is no high ground turret there. But VSR, the slow crawl back, it's happening.
Oh, he gets hit. Oh, no, he doesn't. They need to take on his tower, though. They're going to give him, and he's going to get that tier 2 tower. Very nice play by VSTAR. This game could go either way, and look, they're going to start rotating towards the Dark Tower because they know it's coming up in about 7 seconds. Again, very smart. And now they take control of that side of the map because that's where the Dark Tower is going to spawn, and they cannot give up map control over that huge objective.
And with Vanguards on all 3 lanes, D-Team cannot ignore clearing those waves out in any regard. Fondy, he looks like he wants to have it. They do know that the Dark Tyrant is there.
Oh, he
tries
misses the
to get
landslide.
it. He misses the landslide. Xiaomu tries to go into it. This could be an opportunity for VSTAR as long as everybody's there. Cuckoo does a really good job to blink around, but it's not going to be enough. JX is able to have it onto the backside. Cuckoo tries to go back. Legendary goes the his master, but it doesn't matter as it looks like VSR is trying to keep themselves left alive. Cuckoo is still there. Low health bars for VSR. A double kill goes the mid laner, you say, as VSR. They make an effort, but it's not enough.
Yeah, that was a huge mistake there. They were not, again, focusing on Cuckoo. He's literally kiting and killing the front line, taking down MS, then MF. That is not what VSTAR wants to do. Again, they're winning these engages, they're getting the kill first, they're locking down Xiaomu, and then they need to then kill Cuckoo.
But with 2 members down, it's a 4-3 advantage in favor of D-Team. Both of their carries are still left alive as well, and this could be an opportunity.
Oh my goodness.
They're looking to end. They've got minions there. The members of VSR are trying to do everything they can to stop it, but VSR is holding on just a little bit longer. 75% HP is done down onto the tower. VV tries to see if he can do something. D-Team has it. It does look like he's able to take him down, but they're not able to get the core. The game still stands.
Yeah, the game still stands. And again, I feel like QY is using his snipe too much, trying to charge it up. He needs to go in there and auto and help his team secure the kills a little quicker here. And this was a huge play by D-Team. They're going to be able to now rotate and take the Dark Tyrant, gives them the team-wide benefits and buff, which is going to give them a nice little advantage for the next team fight.
15 seconds until Fondy joins the fray. V is up in 20. And it's going to come down to one more fight. VSR needs to continue to win these scuffles near the core, and they need to keep that last high ground turret standing, because if not, things could end in a 2-0 fashion.
Yeah, and I feel like they need to cut around QY. Again, they just need to play around QY, and then when Cuckoo gets within range, they need to kill Cuckoo every time. If he survives every single fight going forward, I don't see a way VSTAR is going to win the fight, ever. They need to lock down Cuckoo no matter what. They need to be able to get onto him or focus him or kite him and not let him poke them down once they get a nice kill from JX's ultimate here. So this next fight is going to determine it, and we'll see if VSTAR is going to be able to learn from their mistakes here, because you're trying the same thing over and over again. It's not working, guys.
Cuckoo does get a couple poke as QY is able to get him to a little bit, but now, yet again, D-Team finds themselves in the enemy base. They have all the opportunity. Cuckoo actually ends up, they catch out MF. He's forced to see if he can spin away.
This is dangerous.
He's able to have it. He will get healed up, 75% HP. If any of these waves hits the tower and VSR isn't able to stop the carries, they will be able to take this one down. Now, the final fight is a big opportunity. 25% HP left onto the core, but it looks like VSTAR's trying to see if they can hold on. A little bit of poke is to be able to come out. The Qiyi ends up falling.
That's it.
The tower is there. This is not going to be it. D-Team looks to be right on the board, but QY is finally seeing if he can do something onto the backside of the map.
QY,
they're able to click it off. He has it legendary. He goes,
and
without anything in their way, D-Team, for the second time in a row, have dominated throughout, and lo and behold, you have found your champion for Honor of Kings. D-Team from China securing the championship.
Congratulations, D-Team, the gold finalist and champion of WCG 2019 Honor of Kings there. You can see the team did fantastic. Look at the stats. Yusei did not die even once. Look at the amount of damage that Cuckoo was able to provide on the team. And look at the amount of gold they have versus their opponents here. Very nice play by D-Team.
The happiness on the faces of D-Team as the Chinese flag stands up and true. They go over to shake the hands of their opponents, but more importantly, they have fought, tried, and true. They dropped one match in the knockout stage, one match in the regional qualifiers, but outside of that, they found themselves victorious every step of the way, and now rightfully find themselves with the gold medal and the title of champion here at WCG 2019.
And they definitely worked hard The dream has paid off and become a reality. You can see them smiling. They must feel so great here to be the Honor of Kings champions for the World Cyber Games 2019 Xi'an. And I gotta give it to him. The whole team played to Xi'an, and Cuckoo. Oh my goodness. And also Fandy giving so much vision. And Yusei, woo, those 3 carries, they all contributed and made such a huge impact in every single fight. And I feel like that synergy between the 3 of them was what helped them win a lot of these fights against VSTAR here. And the lack of synergy from VSTAR is what cost them both games.
And it feels good to walk away with the title in your home country. Xi'an, China being the home stand, of course, here for WCG 2019. And it's great to win in front of the home crowd, be able to raise up your flag and not just represent D-Team, but represent all of China and make sure that winning column stays true with their own country.
Yeah, and look at that beautiful, beautiful trophy there, standing there. The WCG cube. I love that design, that icon that represents WCG. And what a moment in history here. Honor of Kings. For first time, WCG.
It has been
mobile game.
Months of qualification for all 10 teams that found themselves in WCG's group stage. D-Team, of course, only dropping 2 maps throughout the entirety of their run from start to finish. They get a 2-0 sweep into the finals, and they walk away with the win. And
it just shows you the focus and the attention to details there. D-Team, you notice, even though they lost these engages, they were executing really well and taking advantage of the missteps of VSTAR. And Cuckoo and Yusei were constantly in the backline. Yusei didn't even die once that game, and Cuckoo was dishing out so much damage all the time on his Marco Polo and on his Gongsun Lee in that last game, and they definitely deserved it with how well they played.
We were talking beforehand, and we thought about highlighting Yusei at the very beginning, saying that he needs to be the mid laner that we want to watch for. And after Cuckoo's performance, we shifted that, but it was yet again Yusei that was able to take the victory. There was a lot of effort, of course, in Cuckoo's Marco Polo in game number 1, but Yusei certainly held true with the Pray to Master in game number 2.
Yeah, and his ability to land skill shots is amazing. I mean, he played Fire Dance Mage or Raz in Arena Valor, and I felt like that's one of his best mages. But the way he played Zhang Ziya here, landing those huge conviction ultimates and hitting the opponents, and how the team would play to the charge up and then push the enemy team into the line of sight to get hit by that charged up damage was just fantastic to watch. The amount of synergy and strategic play coming out for this entire team.
And thus, WCG 2019 comes to a close for Honor of Kings. It has been a pleasure covering the games with you over the course of the last 4 days. Yet again, we find ourselves on the caster desk together. And yes, this right here with the fully packed Chinese crowd shows the power and the potential future for mobile esports.
Yeah, I definitely am a huge fan of mobile esports. I couldn't be more excited. Can't wait for many more WCGs to come, guys. This is just 2019. There's many more years to come, and I can't wait to see what the future will look like for mobile esports and esports across the world.
It has been a fantastic time, of course, going around the venue, seeing everything that exists there, watching the Samsung Stadium and everything. From myself, from Sweet J, thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your day.